Hi, first graders. I'm going to read the next story in your supplemental reading packet, your second packet. It is called How Chicago Came Back by Amy Kraft, and it's on page 94. Chicago is a big city in Illinois, and it's actually bigger than Portland. So How Chicago Came Back by Amy Kraft. Chicago grows quickly. Long ago, Chicago, Illinois, was a busy city. Many people lived there. Many people came to work there. The city grew quickly. The people built many new buildings. The buildings were made of wood. Chicago more than 100 years ago. Fire in the Windy City. One night, a fire started and happened in a barn. How did it start? Some people say that a cow kicked over a lamp. Some people think that a milk thief did it. No one knows for sure how the fire started. How a cow could kick over a lamp. It was windy that night. The wind blew the fire from building to building. All the wood buildings caught fire. The fire burned for 3 days. Thousands of buildings were burned. A building burned in the Chicago fire. Helping the city. People wanted to help Chicago. Great builders came from all over. They used steel and clay. Steel and clay would not catch on fire. People had other new ideas. The new buildings had bigger windows. They were taller too. The first skyscrapers in the world were built in Chicago. A new tall building. Chicago today. People come from all over to see Chicago's tall buildings. You can even go to the spot where the fire started. The Chicago Fire Department is there now. It's a great place to train firefighters. A view of Chicago now. So on the next 2 pages of your packet, there are questions that go with this story. And question 1 says, why were many new buildings being built in Chicago? A, the city had a lot of wood to use. B, the city was getting very old. Or C, the city was where many people moved. Question 2 is from the second page of the packet, so you'll find it on this second page. You'll find it on this page. How might the fire have started? Complete the sentence. Some people think that blank started the fire. A lamp. B, the barn. C, some milk. Question 3 from page 3 of the story. So that's going to be on this page. What was the weather like when the fire started? A, the weather was hot. B, the weather was rainy. C, the weather was windy. Question 4 from page 3 also, from this page. What happened after the fire spread? A, the fire burned many buildings. B, the fire burned for 10 days. C, the fire was stopped by the wind. Question 5, the next page of questions. Question 5 is on page 4 of the story. This page right here. Why were the new buildings made of steel and clay? A, steel and clay do not burn easily. B, steel and clay can be found all over. C, steel and clay make buildings look taller. Question 6 is also on this page. How were the new buildings different? A, they were harder. B, they were taller. C, they were darker. Question 7 is on the last page of the story, page 5. What is now in the spot where the big fire started? A train stop. B, big buildings. C, the fire department. And question 8 is also on the last page of the story. Think about what has happened in Chicago. Now, why do people go to Chicago today? A, to see the barn. B, to see its new buildings. C, to train its firefighters. That's the end of the questions and the story for how Chicago came back.